The question is, would you, if the money came in, you had a chance to sell £100 million Bruno Fernandes, would you accept the money?
Yeah, you're director of football today. The Saudis are on the phone, ready to give you $100 million for Bruno Fernandes. Are you accepting it?
If what I want is available, that I think can enhance a team in another area that's very, very much needed as well, I'll probably make that call, yeah. And because of his age, I'll probably take it.
So right, you've got $100 million to spend. Who's your one or two that you're bringing in to allow him to leave?
We'll get back to Rio in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if there's something on your mind, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments, and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Anyway, in this clip, Rio Ferdinand sensationally says that he would sell Bruno Fernandes for £100 million if the Saudis came in, and if United had two players to replace him with that would help make the whole team better. But who does he pick? Stick around for after the clip, because the Big D is going to be giving his thoughts on this situation and whether or not the Big D would sell him too, and why. Anyway, here's Rio.
He's not even played 5 games.
When it comes to Bruno, he's the 4th midfielder to score over 100 goals for the club. So you've got Bobby Charlton, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, and then Bruno Fernandes. Steve, if you got £100 million for Bruno Fernandes this coming January, would you take it, yes or no?
I actually asked him why he's not gone Saudi in the summer. I just stuck it on him. You know, why are you still here, man? With the offer that he got, when it like £200 million contract, something like that.
It was a madness.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be at United right now, pardon.
So he said he's got too much football still to play, right? And I respect that. From his point of view, and from the club point of view, from fan point of view, I genuinely don't think that there is a right answer. I think you can comfortably make a case from the business point of view that selling him at 30 for £100 million is absolutely the right thing to do. I also see the case of selling the best player that you've got, guy that does score 20 goals, gets you 20 assists every single season when you've just finished 15th, is monumentally thick. You can't convince me that you're instantly going to be better by selling your best player. You have to make sure that there's a succession plan in place, and we're going to change the makeup of the team with that money. It can't just go off to pay Glazer debt. That's not going to make any sense whatsoever. But I probably would lean towards selling him and trying to make a better team with replacements.
I'm surprised at that.
I agree with Steve. There's pros and cons to it. Like you'd be mad to sell him, and you'd be mad to turn away the £100 million. But I don't know which one's right. But what I would say is I think Bruno would improve City, and definitely improve Arsenal as well. I think he goes into your team, and his output is bigger than any of your attacking midfielders.
You said that as if we don't have a better midfield than City. The question is, would you, if the money came in, you had a chance to sell £100 million Bruno Fernandes, would you accept the money?
Yeah, you're director of football today. The Saudis are on the phone, ready to give you £100 million for Bruno Fernandes. Are you accepting it?
If what I want is available, that I think can enhance a team in another area that's very, very much needed as well, I'll probably make that call, yeah. And because of his age, I'll probably take it.
So right, you've got £100 million to spend. Who's your one or two that you're bringing in to allow him to leave?
I'm taking Baleba and Wharton.
Right, if that's doable, I'll take him to the airport.
But again, I still think it's an answer that I'm quite comfortable with him staying as well, because he's so good. His numbers are too good. I throw him a party
though for going, and I say thank you, because he's been our best, least successful player.
Relegated last year without him.
Yeah, there's never been a player that has deserved silverware at this club more than they've got it than him. The guy threw up Cantona numbers and leaves without a league title. It's not fair.
I reckon he sits there and thinks, if only I was in that generation before me, because what I could be doing in that generation, like what he would produce in that team, would be a joke.
And do you know what? With all the abuse modern footballers get, that they don't care, that they're not serious, that they're caring too much about partying, Bruno Fernandes is the antithesis of that. All he does is graft. He grafts on the pitch. He grafts off the pitch. He's never injured. He sets a good example. He gets shit for throwing his arms up at decisions. Guess what? I'll show you hours of Ryan Giggs doing the same thing. Like, I'll show you hours of Wayne Rooney doing the same thing. I'll show you hours of Rio doing the same thing when a decision didn't go our way. Like, good players give a shit, and he gives a shit, and he puts it in, and he might not be the same sort of captain that Vidic was. He might not be the same sort of captain that Roy Keane was, but you can't tell me he cares 1% less than either of them.
So you're selling him. Got it, guys.
But I'd probably sell him. Just because he's not a tactical fit.
To be honest, at the beginning of the season, or whenever the Saudi team, Al Hilal, I believe, were after Bruno Fernandes, I was adamant that United should not sell him at all. No, it was a hard no. But to be quite frank, now I probably would take the 100 million, and I wouldn't be too downhearted about it, really, because he's not playing him in his best position. He's playing him in central midfield, and it's a central midfielder that we need. And if he's not going to play him in his best position, we're not going to get the best out of him, so we might as well let him go. Especially if, as Rio says there, if that 100 million buys us Carlos Baleba and Adam Wharton, then that bolsters up the central midfield, and then that allows our current crop of number 10s to flourish. So it actually makes tactical sense now. It was the same with sort of getting rid of Roy Keane. That opened up a space in the squad for us to buy, well, eventually 2 new midfielders who basically improved the team as a whole at the time, and that was Michael Carrick and Owen Hargreaves. So if selling a makeshift central midfielder for 100 million allows us to buy 2 actual top draw central midfielders, then it's a logical no-brainer. And the Big D prides himself on saying on this YouTube channel that he gives his brutally honest truth, even though he still loves Bruno Fernandes. But if for some reason Ruben Amorim starts playing Bruno at number 10 this season, and then Bruno starts scoring goals for fun, setting up goals for fun, then I'm probably going to change my mind again. But I think Rio's made a very astute decision there. It just makes sense. If Baleba and Wharton, for example, it doesn't have to be them 2. It could be 2 other top draw players, Premier League players, then fine. Sell him for that, especially for 100 million, because he'll be 32 as well, because he's 31 now. So 32, 100 million for the 32-year-old. Yeah. It just makes sense. It just makes ironclad sense. So as sad as I am at saying this, because Bruno has been absolutely magnificent, he hasn't let us down. Manchester United have let him down. And he hasn't done a Marcus Rashford and spat the dummy out. He hasn't done anything apart from give 100% effort. And Stephen Housen's 100% right. So what if he throws his arms up in the air and he spits the dummy out every now and then? He's right. Rio used to do the same thing. Vidic, Keane, Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, they would always do that because it shows they care. So I don't understand why people moan about that, really. But I would like, at the very least, I think they'll probably sell him anyway next summer, but I would like to see, at the very least, Bruno played in his proper position for the remainder of the season. Because guaranteed, if he does that, we'll skyrocket up the table. You've got to play your best players in their best positions. It's just basic football management 101. And I say that from absolutely 0 years as a football manager, except an absolutely astonishing resume on Football Manager in many different seasons over the past 20 years. But what do you guys think? Would you sell Bruno Fernandes for 100 million now? And if so, who would you buy? Anyway, thoughts in the comments, and the Big D will see you in the next one.